Welcome back, everyone. Whether your body type is an apple, a pear, an hourglass, or a rectangle, there is a bathing suit that is just right for you. Our personal stylist, Aji Berg, has some tips on finding the right one that accentuates your features. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you believe all those shapes?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like it can be very overwhelming.
It can be. Finding
And
a swimming
hard.
suit's sometimes one of the worst things.
I think so too. You go in the dressing room and then you're like, oh my gosh, is that really my body?
Yeah, you don't know.
Right?
But you don't have to go to a high-end store either to find them, because you can find them anywhere.
No,
You
exactly.
found these at Target, right?
I found these at Target, which I don't know about you, but Target is like my favorite store.
I know, you moved here, you're like, Target?
I did. I was like, I asked my husband, I'm like, what stores are there? What am I going to do? And
Yeah.
I saw the Target and I was like, oh, so happy.
Yeah, because really they're knockoffs of some of the big
They have-
designers,
and
right?
they have everything. It's so much fun to go in there. It's like I go get the groceries and then I throw in an
Right.
item of clothing. And my husband, Chris, is like, what did you buy?
Yeah, I don't know, just groceries. Here's the list.
Exactly. And I remember when I worked at Barney's, even the celebrities shop at Target, you know,
Right.
which is really, might be surprising to a lot of people.
Like
but
who?
Well, Ben Stiller's wife was someone I helped, and
Yeah.
she told me she only bought her T-shirts only at Target.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the only
See?
place she went to get them.
You don't have to spend $200 on a t-shirt, right?
Exactly. You can still look good.
So we've got, which one should we start with? Because
I
we've got
want
all
to
these
start with
shapes.
the pictures of the shapes.
Okay.
So if we can.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, so I think it's important to understand what shape you are.
Okay.
And it can be very confusing, and I found it really overwhelming at first when I learned about it. But the truth is, it's kind of a general category of where we all fall into.
Okay.
So apple is where you carry most of your weight on your upper body.
All
So
right.
it's almost like a upside down triangle. And so what happens is the shoulders are wider than your hips. That's like the key thing. Shoulders are wider than the hips.
Okay.
To know the difference. Then pear is the opposite. It's a triangle shape where you carry most of your weight in the lower part of your body, and your shoulders are smaller than your hips.
Yes.
And then hourglass is where you're proportioned, roughly proportioned, almost exact, where shoulders and hips are the same.
And
Bust
curvy.
Bust and hips are similar, very same. And then rectangle is straight up and down.
So more of an athletic figure, sort of, like hips are not as pronounced.
Exactly.
Okay.
And waist is not as pronounced.
Okay.
Okay, and so I want to go to the first picture of apple
Okay.
and explain. I found some pictures of some celebrities, and this picture is Jennifer Hudson. She has an apple-shaped body. And the key about these shapes is that what I think will make it easier for people is that there's a fuller version and a leaner version.
That's
almost.
what is so interesting about this.
Because Jennifer Hudson is an apple, but then you're going to see later, I'll show you, like Angelina Jolie is an apple, which you would think.
Surprises me. I thought maybe she would be straight up and down, like the rectangle.
Exactly. So Jennifer Hudson is a fuller apple.
Okay.
What I recommend for somebody that is a fuller apple shape is to do something that most of the time, typically when you are a fuller
Okay.
shape, then you're smaller on top.
Okay.
So you're going to need something padded and something to enhance your chest.
Yeah.
So this one is padded. It also has the seaming underneath, and it has just a really easy mesh flow here to cover up any tummy issues.
Oh,
Yeah, and
very
you can
clever.
just put it with a little bikini bottom like that. That's high cut because you
Okay.
want to show more of your
Legs.
legs so that your legs look a little longer.
Okay.
Okay, and then in the next picture,
Yeah.
that's where I'm showing the leaner version, which they call, a lot of times they refer to the apple as inverted triangle.
Oh, okay.
So in this picture, you'll see Kate Upton. She is, see how her shoulders are broader and her
Yeah.
hips are more narrow. So it's almost like an
You're
upside down.
right. I would
See?
never have thought of that.
Right, so it's kind of a leaner version of the,
apple.
And then,
Oh, look, you're right. Look at Angelina Jolie's shoulders.
exactly, broad shoulders, and then the hips go narrow. So what I recommend for that type of shape is something, again, with some support.
Okay.
This one has underwire, because typically a woman with that type of figure has a fuller chest, so she'll need the support. And I love halter straps.
Keep
where
everything in place, help you a little bit.
This is really flattering for a woman with a little fuller chest.
And then the bottom.
The bottom is cut up higher because she's going to want to create some more curves.
Oh, yes.
So
Show a
that-
little bit more leg.
Exactly. And then
Okay.
another version that you can do,
Okay.
and I do want to mention that,
this one.
sorry, I
That's
do
okay.
want to mention that a lot of times you can just, if this confuses you, you can
Yeah.
also think about tips. These are tips that can either enhance the areas you need enhanced or minimize.
Oh.
So if you just pay attention to the little tricks that you can do there, this
Okay.
one is great for apple too.
Little two-piece, but it's
little
more of a
two-piece,
skirt.
exactly, and this is a little more of a skirt, which creates the illusion of hips.
Oh, yes.
So the little skirt style, it ruches on the side, creates that illusion.
Very flattering, but it's short enough that you still see a lot of leg.
Exactly, and this one's just lightly padded so that the halter style will hold everything in.
Yeah.
But this also could work on a lot of different body shapes if you want to try to cover up anything. Like, you know, I know sometimes women, when you have a C-section, you get like a little scar there, or, you know, so there just might be a part of your body you want to cover up, which is, this is great for, or hide any, you know, cellulite or saddlebags.
Yeah.
I love this.
Just make you feel a little more confident when you're on the beach. Why not?
Exactly, and then you don't feel like you're covering up like a big moo-moo.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
All right. so-
Okay. So let's talk about anything else with any other suits that you want to show with that body shape?
Okay, the last, no, I think that was it for apple.
We have a little extra time, so we can go. If you have another apple, we can talk about it.
Oh, okay, yes.
Just heard from Tony that we've got extra.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is another style swimsuit that you could do if you're
Okay.
a fuller apple.
Okay.
You want to keep in mind to look for suits that have ruching. And this suit that's at Target is actually by Spanx.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
I mean, how great are Spanx?
Excellent. They just hold you in everywhere you need
Holds
holding.
everything up. I mean, I think it's awesome. It also holds up in the chest area. This one's lightly padded, also ruched in the chest area to kind of hold everything up there. And
Flattering.
yeah, and this, like I said, if you do have any sort of upper body tummy issue, this will help you there. And high cut on this side.
It seems like this one would work for a few different body shapes.
I think so too.
It's
Maybe
very
even
pretty.
an hourglass.
Yes.
This could work for as well. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so let's move on. Yes, what's the next one?
Okay, the next one, we'll go to the next picture. I think we're
That
going
possibly
to pair.
rectangle? Yes, rectangle.
Okay, rectangle. All right, so rectangle is straight up and down, as I mentioned. Again, there's a variation in the rectangle, which if you notice, like Anne Hathaway really isn't athletic. I mean, if you look at her figure, she's not athletic. She's more just straight up and down.
Okay.
Kind of like a column,
Oh,
I
sure.
would say. And same, Cameron Diaz too. She is definitely a little more athletic, but she's also sort of that column
Yeah.
style. And then Sheryl Crow is more of that athletic build.
Okay.
So again, you've got that little variation in that up and down rectangle shape.
We've got about
And a
30
few-
seconds, so I
Oh.
can hold up a couple and we can come back with more.
Okay.
Okay.
And then, so this is one that I recommend for rectangle because most of the time you're smaller chested.
Yeah.
And adding a little bit of detail, like whether it's a ruffle or a print up at the top, is going to create that illusion of volume.
Oh, sure.
And also padding underneath with an underwire bra. I mean, this one's awesome.
It
I think,
is.
for somebody that is that shape. And also it's cut up higher, which is going to give you more legs and kind of create that curvier figure that you're looking for.
Okay, so we'll have more on swimsuit shapes with Aji Berg when we come back. Stay close.